My name is Marie Pooser. I am a surface warfare officer in the Navy, nuclear style, and I just finished the Cameron Brooks conference. I completed 14 interviews in a very compressed 2-day period, but I'm feeling amazing right now, and energy is something that they talked about, Cameron Brooks talked about keeping whenever we started out this whole process, and it is very important, it's very true, and I think that that's why I feel so successful. I haven't gotten my feedback yet, but I feel really confident about all the people I talked to, especially on the second day. My first day of interviews, the very first interview, you could see that I was physically nervous, but I was able to relax into this interview conversation style, and I really started feeling connections. Cameron Brooks was really good about pairing me with what my interests were, and I've watched these testimonials and I've heard everyone else say that, and I believed it, but I so much more believe it now because I've experienced it. And I would love for that knowledge and that experience to be shared amongst all of the junior military officers, because what Cameron Brooks does as a company is so pivotal to helping us transition when we decide to make that that leap from the military into a business career. So bring a support person. That's another thing that I was really excited and happy that I did. My boyfriend was with me here, and he was monumental in helping me stay organized, helping me find connection points. Because it's one thing to read a job description or read information about a company, but it's an entirely different thing to have a conversation with somebody and to start getting the juices flowing of how, a brainstorming of how I relate to them. Cameron Brooks saw it, but that's also because they had that in-touch connection with each of the companies. And that was something that I needed to be able to establish. There's only 3 recruiters that have that knowledge for you, and so with 49 different candidates, it's hard to find time to talk to the recruiters about everyone. So by bringing that support person, I was able to have conversations to identify my relations to these companies and ultimately to make those connections in the interviews. And the last thing I would say is that being a nuclear operator in the Navy, something that's very important to that program is our core values. And we always resort back to those. And I found myself actually taking that and resorting to that in my interviews. I was talking to the companies about their core values and identifying ways that I related to them on that level. And I think that really impressed a lot of the companies and their perception of me as a person.